you doing?
I'm doing great, and I can't stop staring at your amazing notebook. It's
Yeah.
a cookie.
It's a cookie.
Yeah.
Do you want one? No.
I want one.
Yeah. So it's nice to have here for this interview.
Thank you for having me.
And how are you doing?
Good, we
overall?
are a little bit tired because we had a very long way here. We drove first a lot of hours in the car, then we had to take a plane. We had some problems with the plane, and then it was a little bit, and it's way hotter than we expected, so we only brought warm clothes, and we are worried about it, but it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, because in Finland you never know what kind of
Exactly. We looked it
weather.
up, and when we looked it up, it was colder. And when we looked it up right before coming here, it's hot, and we're like, wait, what happened to Finland?
Yeah, last week was colder, and this week is 30 degrees. Yeah,
This
that's
is, it's testing us. Somebody's testing us.
Yeah, true. So your last album Time was released last February.
Correct.
So what can you tell about its genesis and lyrics?
Well, there's so much to tell about it, but if we want to summarize it into something a little bit more descriptive, I would say this is our sixth full-length album, which I can't believe it. And it is our first, however, conceptual album. It is an album that has that one concept throughout the entire album. It's something that we never tried before, and I didn't even think that I am capable as a lyricist to even do that, but somehow I think the time was right. So the mood was right, the time was right, and it just, even though there are songs of different topics, the big concept of time is present in each song.
Yeah.
So other than that, I can tell you that with this album we also celebrated a new era of the band, because we had a small change in our lineup. We have now a new bass player. My sister also feels like my sister now. Ellis, you will see her today rocking the stage for the first time at Tuska. And do I say it correctly, Tuska?
Yes.
Tuska, yeah. And I mean, it's, other than that, the writing process was very similar to every single album before this. We are just trying to just be as honest as possible with ourselves in the first place, and then obviously for our audience. There is a lot of all kinds of different shades of music and genres out there, so we chose from the very beginning to have a very real energy and a very real atmosphere with Infected Rain, even when it gets ugly.
Yeah.
We are all human beings.
Yeah,
Sometimes we
true.
are happy, sometimes we are sad. Sometimes we look pretty, sometimes we look ugly. Who cares?
Yeah. And I think that when it comes to lyrics, it take the listener to a journey in the human mind. It's I think that many people can relate
I
on
think
those
so too.
songs.
I think so too, because I try to write about simple human emotions. Certain emotions that a lot of people forget to mention. Like betrayal, like feeling that there's injustices around you. There are so many things that I don't know. Human brain is very fucked up, but also very interesting in
Yeah.
a certain way, right? And so that's what we are talking about.
Yeah. I think it's really interesting, and I really enjoy listening to your
Thank you.
album.
Thank you so much.
Good,
Thank
good,
you.
good
So
job.
we have a fan.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
Thank you.
So there is also a song called Paura,
Yes.
and the intro is in Italian.
Yes.
How so?
So the name is also in Italian. It's an Italian word that translated in English means fear. My family moved to Italy 20 years ago, or more than 20 years
Okay.
ago, and me myself, I finished high school and I did university in Italy, so I speak Italian just like I speak English. I feel like Italy is somehow my home as well, because of how many years my family lived there. They are now Italian citizens, obviously, after so many years. And I decided to have a small little homage to my family, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I wanted to. In the beginning, I thought maybe even the lyrics throughout the song are gonna have some Italian parts, but then we decided only the intro to keep it like that. To make it a little bit more descriptive, the idea came from a book that I received from my younger sister when I still used to live in Italy many years ago, because I moved. I think I was 22 or 23 when I moved away from Italy, came back home to Moldova, and then I moved to other countries. I lived in different countries, but my sister once gave me this small book, non-fiction book, about fears and how we are creating our own problems and our own fears, and we have the power to defeat them, but we either have fear to be stronger and defeat our own fears. Fear of fear is the thing, or we are just too lazy and we don't believe that only with our own mind we can cure these big fears. And trust me myself included, like I have a lot of fears. I struggle with like panic attacks and a lot of things that I wish I didn't struggle with.
Yeah.
I really wish my mind was stronger, my spirit was stronger. But in the same time, I accept the fact that I'm just a human being and I'm trying to go through it in my own way.
Yeah.
So big thank you to my baby sister Rosa that gave me this book in Italian. It's an Italian writer. The book is called, I think, Paura è una sega mentale, which in translation it's hard to translate, to be honest. But it means that it's a mind fuck.
Yeah.
A fear is a mind fuck.
Yeah. I'm Italian, so
you
I
are?
I understand.
Parliamo italiano allora.
Va bene. No,
Va bene.
no, we are going to do in English since it's for
Learn Italian, ok?
not this time.
Not this time.
Prossima
next time.
volta.
La prossima volta, bravissimi. Yes, and I think it's so awesome because I actually started working on these lyrics way before we chose our bass player, and our bass player Ellis is actually from
Italian.
Italy. A lot of people think that is made on purpose, but no, it wasn't.
Yeah. Really interesting. I didn't know that you have been living
Yes,
in
yes,
Italy in the past.
Yes.
So
Yes,
interesting.
I'm very, 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 very in love with Italian culture, Italian cuisine. As I mentioned before, I had the opportunity to live in different countries as a child as well, because my parents are from different countries, and then as an adult. And yes, I was just lucky enough to see different cultures. But yeah, Italy has a
big spot in your heart.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's beautiful that you experience many culture and live in different countries, because you experience another way of life, and you can maybe understand more about yourself, because you find yourself in situation that if you live in a only place all your life, you are not going to experience.
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree with you. It is very challenging to start over, especially in a country that you never spoke the language, you don't know the culture, you don't know the ways of people, and it's difficult because you always will feel an outsider, the black sheep all the time. And that is not always a good thing, because some people are judgmental because of that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it has a positive and a negative side, but I think the experience that you acquire, even if you live just for a little bit in a country, even if you know the language, if it's the same language you speak, try it.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
True, that's true. So talking about your music, how does it work in your band when you create the music? Does the music or the lyrics come first?
Technically, they both get created separately. I just write ideas down all the time. I started writing ideas down when I was 14. Just as a emotional teenager, I would just put things down. Sometimes I created like poetry, and sometimes it was just ideas. And I got into that habit because in a way I felt that it helps me a lot to just get it out, in a way. And So I just write them down. I write them down all the time. Same for my musicians, especially Vidic. He is our main composer in the band. Always been like that. But when we already are like, okay, we are getting close to the time where we have to put the ideas kind of together and see what we need to work on, what is quite good already, what we need to add more. So in a way, they all together separately, but I cannot compose vocal melodies if I don't have the instruments. Maybe some other musicians can, but this is just how I work, and I wait for my musicians to send me the tracks, even if they are very raw, so I can start putting ideas down.
Yeah.
And also, this is how I choose which lyrics go to what song because of the emotion. I need to feel the song first.
Yeah, it makes sense. And it's always interesting because, every band works in a different way.
Absolutely, I'm sure.
So I'm always curious to know how it works.
I don't think there is a perfect recipe.
No.
I think what is perfect is just go based on the feelings.
Yeah, true.
If it feels right,
That's right.
that's it. Don't try to copy me, don't try to copy someone else.
Be yourself.
Be
Do your
yourself.
thing.
Go through your own process. If you like to work more in the first part of the day because you feel more creative, do that. If some people feel more creative like in the night, like when everybody's asleep and they get into this mood. So it's so different for everybody.
Yeah. Do you find writing music self-therapy?
Absolutely. To be honest with you, I've said it multiple times and I will say it until I die. If it wasn't for music, I would probably not be here. I know it sounds quite scary, but it is the reality, because unfortunately we all as human beings go through a lot of ups and downs, traumas, situations, and in my case specifically, I found relief through the music. I find it so cleansing and so therapeutic that I've tried therapy many times, and it helps, but not to the same level ever.
I always say that music is life.
Yeah.
And it's therapy for many people. It's the same if you are creating music
or just
listening. It can help you find your way to make your life better through music.
Absolutely. I felt the same before I became a musician, through other musicians that definitely spoke loud to me. Even at times, music that I didn't understand lyrics yet as a teenager, but I could feel the emotion through the voice, through the instruments, through the ideas, and I'm talking. You can see my goosebumps. I don't know. I always felt very, very connected with music.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful thing, and I hope that everyone get the same same connection.
If you don't feel it, give it a try. Give it a try, because it's such a great therapy.
That's true. You release 5 music video from, was it six?
Yeah. So six music videos, maybe 7. Let me count. So it was Pandemonium, which is the last one that we just released. Because I Let You, Dying Light, Never to Return, Lighthouse. There is more for sure. Let me think. Which other music videos did we do? We have one more that will come out for Paura, by the way.
Oh,
small
nice.
little
review.
Yeah, it's gonna be more like a visual type of video, but I'm very proud of it, so I can't wait for you guys to see it. I'm missing something for sure. What am I missing? I'm missing a song.
Did you say Vivarium?
Vivarium. Thank you.
With my Italian
No,
accent.
it's okay.
There is one that you love more, because of course you love all of your children.
Yeah.
But
I love very much Dying Light. I feel like with Dying Light, it being the first single from the new album, we opened this new era for Infected Rain. We presented our bass player. I even created a completely different look for myself for that music video, and I am very proud of it. You know, and it was filmed in 2 different countries, believe it or not, and we managed to make it look like we were all together. Yeah, I think I would say Dying Light. I love all of them.
Yeah,
All of them
yeah,
have a very cool
course.
story. But yeah, I think
They are
Dying
all
Light.
great. So.
Thank you, thank you.
But we are running out of time because you have a lot going on today. So thank you so much for
Thank
your
you,
time.
Christina.
It was
Thank you.
really a pleasure. I hope to interview you in the future.
You
also.
should totally get a chance to talk to my bass player as
Yeah,
well.
I will love it.
Maybe she has a second for interview
yeah.
after our show or something if you are around. If you
Okay,
want,
nice.
yeah.
It will be nice. And would you like to say something to your fans and people that are watching this video?
I would say kiitos for being here and listening to our music. Thank you so much.
Thank you.